The investigation into Nancy Guthrie's disappearance had entered a phase defined by intensity and precision, as every tip, trace, and surveillance frame was scrutinized for potential leads, and the black glove, still under meticulous forensic analysis, remained a tangible thread connecting fragments of evidence to the mysterious masked figure, its significance magnified by the knowledge that even a single fingerprint or DNA match could drastically alter the trajectory of the case, while law enforcement teams coordinated across multiple jurisdictions, mapping out possible routes, retracing movements, and cross-referencing security footage from surrounding homes, businesses, and streets, creating an interconnected network of information in which every detail could illuminate a critical link. And yet the complexity of the terrain, both physical and procedural, ensured that investigators had to maintain unwavering focus, patience, and adaptability in the face of uncertainty, with every decision carrying the weight of potential breakthroughs or setbacks. The human dimension of the investigation continued to evolve in parallel with the procedural and forensic work, as Nancy's family navigated the emotional turbulence of fear, hope, and public engagement, issuing heartfelt appeals and emphasizing her vulnerability and need for medication, while simultaneously relying on authorities to follow up on every credible lead. And as media coverage and social attention amplified the story, the emotional resonance of her disappearance became impossible to separate from the investigation itself, casting every update, tip, and press briefing in a dual light, as operational information for investigators and as a lifeline for a family desperate for answers, creating an ever-present urgency that infused the search with both purpose and pressure, and reminded everyone involved that missing person cases are defined as much by human stakes as by scientific evidence. Forensic teams worked tirelessly to analyze the glove and any associated material, conducting microscopic fiber analysis, chemical residue testing, and potential DNA extraction, while simultaneously comparing the results to existing databases of known offenders, past incidents, and behavioral patterns. And each new discovery, however small, was methodically reviewed to determine its relevance, consistency, and potential lead value, illustrating the painstaking nature of high-stakes investigations where evidence must be verified, corroborated, and contextualized before it can meaningfully guide operational decisions, and where the intersection of science, experience, and instinct becomes the defining factor in narrowing down the vast uncertainty inherent in cases with limited physical evidence. At the same time, investigators expanded their perimeter searches using aerial drones, canine units, and foot patrols to examine areas previously overlooked, from desert washes to rarely traveled back roads, re-interviewing neighbors, revisiting prior tips, and monitoring patterns of movement in and around Nancy's neighborhood, each operation informed by the latest forensic findings and behavioral insights, and each step calculated to maximize the chances of locating her while minimizing risk of contamination or misinformation, highlighting the extraordinary logistical and analytical coordination required to maintain an active, high-profile missing person investigation over multiple days, where every small lead carries both promise and responsibility. The public remained an integral part of the unfolding story, their vigilance, tips, and observations feeding into the investigative process, even as authorities filtered and verified information, separating actionable intelligence from speculation, and the combination of community engagement and professional diligence became a delicate but necessary balance, where human awareness and technological analysis converged, and where the emotional energy of a family, a neighborhood, and a broader audience fueled the persistence, urgency, and focus of the search, reminding everyone involved that each moment of observation, each report, and each minor detail could ultimately prove decisive. Through it all, the question that haunted investigators, family, and the public persisted: could the black glove, alongside the surveillance footage, witness accounts, and tireless investigative effort, provide the breakthrough that would finally reveal Nancy Guthrie's location and ensure her safe return? Or would it remain one of many fragments in a complex, unresolved puzzle, suspended in tension as every hour passed with uncertainty, fear, and the relentless drive to uncover the truth, a case where science, human determination, and hope converge, reminding everyone following it that resolution depends not only on evidence but on the unwavering commitment of those searching, analyzing, and watching, all bound together by a single urgent desire to bring Nancy home safely.